have this problem, and it's quite chronic. As recent as last week, I came to learn that even a small detail like limited missing in your KBC license can be a form of mismatch. So it's a situation that most of us may encounter as we go along. What I know is that to change a name at SHA is a nightmare. To have anything changed, whether it's level, whether it's capacity of the bed or whatnot, it's very difficult to have that done. On the other side, KPMDC is also problematic at the moment because they're not very well set up. So I don't know if any one of us has a different experience in terms of solving this mismatch bank file situation. Anyone who has a solution to it or suggestion that we can take up as RUPHA? The floor is open, kindly. Do we have anything coming to the office in terms of solutions?
Yeah, Judge, I know you've dealt with some issues on changing the account name, so maybe you can give an update on that.
Good morning. My name is George Bogwa. I'm the Program and Operation Officer at RUPHA. And most of our members have been contacting me regarding the issues we share. So what I would confidently want to say, changing bank details, it's not a big issue, according to what I've experienced. It's a one-day thing. However, if you've missed one or two payments because of the bank issues, it takes time for them to clear the backlog that has occurred. Changing a bank details, you can visit SHA, or I can help you visit SHA a day, and I can have that fixed. However, on the issue of mismatch, it's a lengthy process that takes time, it takes everything, and we have not quite had a straight path to say that if you have a mismatch, what is going to happen. However, I know since January, we have been pursuing this issue to the various offices. There's a time we even went to the CEO at SHA together with our members. Those who are on the platform remember that scenario. So what I would say, changing a bank account is easy, and none of our members should suffer because you have a mismatch on the account. However, on levels, it's a continuing process that we hope going forward we might have a solution to it, but it's not quite clear on how we should do it.
But I think the biggest issue is that when you stay without being paid, you don't know why you're not being paid. You think it is a general problem until maybe now you want to go and find out what is really happening. But the big issue is like sometimes when you go to SHA, you don't know where to go. You get from one office to the other, you find like nobody is really like helping. So I don't know which is the right place. If somebody realizes they're not getting paid, where should they just go directly and check? Because I think that's an issue.
All right, let me respond to that. Being paid has a number of reasons why you're not being paid. Like we said, number one could be a mismatch. Number two, you could be flagged. Flagging happens for various issues, very many. And those who have been to SHA, I know you're familiar with this thing called being flagged. And once you are flagged for one reason or the other, you miss all the payments. You could be flagged for mismatch, you could be flagged for fraud, and so many other reasons. So there's no specific office that I would say, if you're missing payment, you should visit to office A or office B. It all depends with the reason why you're not getting payments, the reason why you are flagged. Then we could advise you to go to the 6th floor, you go to the 8th floor, then and so forth. So I would wish we would approach this. I missed payment because of this and that, and then we can have a good discussion on how to mitigate that. Otherwise, when we put it so general, it's not easy to address even from my position.
The issue with the members is that there is no communication from SHA. So they are not getting payment, but no one has communicated anything. So I think the approach, because we are looking at a solution-based approach, is everyone who has missed payment will share the name with the office, and then we'll go to SHA and then ask them why they have not been paid, so that we can find out if it's is it mismatch, have they been flagged, or is it an issue with the bank? I know there was a list that was shared in the group for people who had issues with the bank account. So we also have that. So as we get these names, if it's the bank, we are going to know it's the bank. We'll tell you it's the bank, then we can help you with that. But this should be communicated. So every time you have an issue, please reach out to me or reach out to George, because he's always going to the SHA offices to help you with this. So do not expect SHA to communicate. If anything, they are very comfortable not paying you. I mean, it's an advantage to them. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something I can add as well onto that. Ningetaka kila mmoja wetu angalie ile license ya KPMDC. Angalia kama wewe uliregister kama limited company whatever. Angalia registration documents yako. Angalia account name ile ulikuwa unatumia kwa NHIF. If any of those names differ in whichever way, you are at risk for mismatch. In whichever way, you are at risk for mismatch. Hizi ni computers zinazungumza. Ikiona jina ni tofauti whichever way, ita flag. Angalia registration, KPMDC, na any other documents that we've submitted to SHA. Your account name, I'm sure we used to see ukidownload hizo reconciliation wakati ya NHIF. You remember the name that appeared hapo. Ikiwa ilikuwa imeandikwa Mutomo Medical Center, kwa registration ya KPMDC imeandikwa Mutomo Medical Clinic, hiyo ni mismatch. Ikiwa ilikuwa imeandikwa Mutomo Medical Center Limited, na huku ni Mutomo Medical Center peke yake, potential for mismatch. On NHIF database, wengine wetu walikuwa na several accounts. Kulikuwa na ingine iko na limited, ingine haina, sijui ingine iko na jina gani tofauti. It depends on how NHIF moved their database to SHA. Ikiwa wali move with the right name, you may be safe. If they moved with the wrong name, it's a potential problem to flag. What I have experienced personally, because I also had a similar problem, I wrote an email to the CEO as an individual, and it was responded to. What we did is request for a KYC exercise. I was given an opportunity to correct the issues. Nikaweka KPMDC license yangu hapo, nikaweka na affidavit ya kusema hizi majina ni sawa, they are owned by the same directors. Nikaweka kila kitu, all my documents nikaweka in order, nikapeleka branch, nikatuma Nairobi kwa CEO. That issue was resolved. It's a very straightforward issue that the office also is volunteering to assist in. So don't shy away, angalia your records very well, angalia that they all are tallying. Yes,
I changed mine from self-proprietor to limited. How am I going to do about this month? How am I going to do about it?
This is exactly what my problem was as well. So kitu ningeomba tufanye, tutengeze affidavit kwa hii kampuni na hii ingine ili transition from sole proprietorship to limited. But yes, affidavit inasema directors wa hizi kampuni mbili they are the same, isipokuwa tu one was sole proprietorship na ingine ilikuwa ni limited. So we are asking for KYC to be done. These are my documents utatachi yote. KYC ni know your customer. Usually these companies do KYC to know you well. Wanataka CR12.
Business incorporation, it's a company. So the company certificate, CR12, there is the CR8, CR2, right?
So CR12 is mostly for companies, limited liability companies, but hizo zingine ni whichever document that you can avail, certificate of incorporation, registration certificate, KRA pin ya kampuni, KRA pin ya kampuni yako, yes. And then business registration license kama uko nayo, kama hakuna si lazima. Compliance certificate ya SHA, compliance certificate ya KRA, hizo vitu zote they'll build up your case. Compliance certificate SHA, compliance certificate KRA. Hizi zote zitasaidia. I know it's pushing members to uko kwa kasongo, lakini inabidi, yes. So once it is corrected, it is immediate. The only issue George was raising is that whatever claim that has passed, to correct you inaweza kuwa challenge. Maybe that's something the office now can push to have it cleared. Kama kulikuwa na claims imekwama kwa sababu ya hiyo shida.
I'm saying I have already registered this month. Yeah, just this month. Yeah, so that's what I was asking. Is it going to be effective the limited next year when I'm doing registration, or this year, so I can be able to solve this issue this year? Or what is it? I come to the office.
So sorry, we are just addressing, this is more unique, but we'll share out once we are done. So any other question as they're discussing?
It's about Mwatate. We serve on this issue of mismatch. From 3A, we found ourselves 3B without knowing. And then it took us almost 7 months. Walking there from fraud to fraud to fraud without knowing what is the problem, until they come up with the issue of the mismatch. Now, when we were for 3A, we were doing deliveries, we were doing inpatient. Now, as the transistors from 3A to 3B, with those claims, the mothers we are seeing for delivery, the inpatient will then be paid. Because what now I'm realizing, everything is taken to, what are they, rejected, review, delivery, they not talk about it. How do we go about it?
I think I'm from a facility that faced a similar challenge. So when the 3B issue came sometimes last year, you see it first changed on the license. So the license becomes 3B, but it remains with beds. And then around June, on the portal, it reads 3B, and it was 3A. Then come November is when now beds are wiped. So the first thing we did, there was a communication from SHA that was telling us that now we have to do the addendum and everything. The first thing was to write to SHA, tell SHA that it is not our fault that this has happened. SHA received our letter, they responded. They said that they will be talking to KMPDC. We tried to talk to KMPDC, lakini ikakuwa ngumu. Of course, we are still B right now. I can attest that some of my inpatient claims have been paid last month. Because I think whatever SHA you had done when you had beds, they said they will not penalize you for that. but now we cannot claim inpatient. So whatever we had claimed inpatient, some of them are still under manual review, yes. A few were rejected. Some have been paid. Others, zinaniambia loaded to pay, so I'm hoping they will still pay. So I think it's, according to the communication that I got from SHA, is that if the claims were genuine, and that time you had inpatient on the portal, they will pay. That is the communication I have from them. I don't know if the Excom has different information.
I think this is quite consistent with the information we also got yesterday from Dr. Joyce, is that some of these things are being, once policy change happens, in effect, kila kitu even imefanyika nyuma. And they are aware that these things are happening and they are trying to automatically resolve them. Like in your case, I would relate, ilifanyika, and then they try to correct it. Over time, waka recognize what needs to be paid and they paid you. So I would understand that. And the other thing perhaps I would also mention is that we can assist in terms of clarity of information, because portal inaweza kuwa haikupatii all the necessary information. I can assist in terms of giving you that clarity. If you give access to your portal, then we can download all the different details that you need, and then give you an analytics page similar to what I showcased yesterday in RUPHA. We can download and give it to you and show you what is supposed to be paid, what is clear, every detail that you need to have a sense of your situation. If you had changed, maybe KPMDC came to you and inspected you after you signed a contract, that's a different situation as well. That is what SHA has an issue with, because it's a legal issue. Wanasema, kwa sababu li change without notifying them, that's illegal, and that's why they're acting. So kitu kama hiyo pia, we need to be familiar with that. I think this is...
There was that communication, and there's a letter that we shared with the members that were affected from our lawyers, for you to tell them that it wasn't your fault, because they're the ones who changed it internally. So you shouldn't be penalized for something that is not your fault. And I hope the members wrote that letter. Because if now they come after you, we are going, because you've written to them, the letter is received, we can pick now from there, because it's illegal. They shouldn't do that to you. Yeah.
We have some of our colleagues still in the for 3A. They never changed, but they don't have a theater, and they're being paid those things. How did it go about? Because I have 3 of my friends who are in 3A. They're being paid like before. Then some of us, they found ourselves on the other side. How was it being done?
George has mentioned about some facilities getting flagged, and once you get flagged, I'm not saying that you are, or you are. Okay. So, and this is the crux of the matter, because no one knows when they are flagged. And hata wakitoa huwezi jua pia. So, I think the office should take this up, Cynthia. We need clarity of information, because kama kuna opaqueness, and such an important thing as to start your contract and to stop your contract, it's such an integral thing for you to know. Similar to what you see there, 3A, 3B, you need to know, are you flagged or are you not flagged?
So when I was so desperate, I happened to have met that doctor. You know, when you go for the meeting, the doctor will go us through, telling us what to do. I told him I'm working in the slums. And those ladies, they don't have SHA. You know, we talk of NHIF. But they'll come on your door, or they'll enter, kichwa ya mtoto ikitoka. Remember, ana SHA. Remember, uwezi mwambia. Remember, umetolewa A, uko B. Ukisalisha huyu mama, ulibwi. And there are many. You people who are working in the slums, you understand what I mean, eh? Yet, they will not pay you. And if you try to retain them, the OKG will come. Are you seeing how it is? You'll come. Then, being in one of those meetings, I asked that doctor, now, what do you tell me? My clinic will be closed. You are not paying me. You are saying I'm from this to this, and the beds are still there. How do I go about this? You know what he told me? I write a letter to CEO, that Mwangangi, tell him all my complaints. I write another one to KBNDU, and I write another one to Oruga, Nilichoka. Sikuandika, because now I'm waiting, maybe the next when I upgrade to go to 3A, I'll be able to do that. But now, what is happening? Those ladies, when they come to deliver, hata akikupea 3,000. Sema kuja na kichwa hapo na umemwangalia. Yeah, but now it comes. If that mother goes back home, start breeding, and that mother dies, you are in for it, with your license and anything. I'll give you an example. That still in November, her mother came, who are not going to clinic. And she has come, on the way, kichwa inatoka, tunachukua mtoto. Tukimpeleka tumpepe apelekwa kwa coach, huyu mama anaanza kubreed. You try all your best. Ile yote ulisoma shule, ile umepelekwa kwa hizo training zao, but the mother is breeding. You don't know where. You open, you become what? You become anxious and everything. You call Mama Lucy, they ignore you. Everything is not going, and you are in a hurry, the mother is dying with you are in. You call the ambulance, which one they give you, that one of city council. They come there, the mother is bleeding. They tell you they're not going to take the mother if the hospital you are reporting to has not agreed. You call all the hospitals from Kenyatta everywhere, they tell you you are supposed to call Mama Lucy. And this mother is dying, what do you do next? What you rant? Hata kama ni baiskeli, mbora afike wapi? Anafika, unachukua huba, anachukua huyo mama, anampeleka Mama Lucy. Thank God alifika akiwa hai. Anaenda on the tip of Mama Lucy, anakufia hapo. And then it is returned back to you. That is your patient, not theirs. You are told to fill that form. You know that form ya, you unaijua. And then inafika, alikufa sangapi? Alikufia wapi? It goes back to Mama Lucy. As private, we are being, anyway, that one imepotea. And you find yourself, unaitwa the whole of Kenya. From City Hall, you explain what went wrong, and ABCD. Surely, how are we going to don't go about these things?
I can feel your pain, Mom. It is frustrating. This is replicated across Kenya. We're suffering in different ways, and this is the story. I think the office needs to look into her case quite deeper. George, take Mommy's case. Let's see how we can assist. In terms of the many questions that we've also gotten out, maybe we can tackle them before we lose our chain of thought. Then we'll take some more. So there was a question of, the transitions between changes from level to level, and who suffers that? Is it the hospital? Is it SHA? Because work still continues, care continues, expenditure doesn't stop. So I don't know if the office has an answer here, because there's very, very little clarity around this. Because I know SHA will take the first opportunity to not pay you when there is the slightest of problems. Director change, whatever change, KPMDC, no notice, anything that they can pick up, they will run with it and not pay you. So how maybe the office can seek answers on the guidelines, the policy around this, and how members can stay safe, protected financially, without any losses incurred by them. There is another one about, what was it? Sorry? Counties. Oh yes, there is a PHC concern. What I can add to that, because I don't take PHC, I'm not really that well versed, but I know there was a problem with some few counties, the way you mentioned, and the key problem was the software that they had implemented around these counties before it was rectified. I think right now it is okay, so I am hoping that the problem has been resolved, because Taifa case, it was responsible for those counties having issues with PHC. Now that they have fixed those issues, I am hoping that it'll be a smooth sailing process for you guys. In terms of clarity of what you should expect to get paid out of PHC, that's another black box. I don't know if anyone has an idea of how this PHC whole, payment scenario works. If there is anyone, please share. But as for me, I think it is quite a black box.
Well, I may not have the right answers for your question on the change of level, how much time it would take. And I'd say with the previous, what do you call it, NHF, it was much, much easier. It's more difficult with SHA. And what I've seen with these, I don't know if it's, I'd call it the integration where there's DHA and KMPDC coming in, is I've seen everyone is, it's not me, I've done my part, this is KMPDC, it's not me, I've done my part. And when people are acting like that, I mean, that means it's gonna take so long for this to be done. We might have the right process to follow, but what I've seen is everyone is trying to avoid responsibility when it comes to that. So it's gonna be a bit difficult, but we are going to keep fighting. I mean, if there was ever a time that RUPHA's fight has been difficult, it's this time, and I know members know that. I also know that we did a letter to the DG on implementation of level 3C, and it was done. Unfortunately, what I'm hearing is only government facilities have been given 3C, and they have been patient and they're being paid. Why haven't the private, I mean, it's one sector, there is no private health sector and government health sector. So it's really unfair, and that's why we're saying we'll keep on fighting. The fight is hard. We need you members to support us. Yeah, sometimes we are targeted, but we'll keep on fighting. It's if there was ever a time, it's so hard, I'll not lie to you, but we'll keep fighting for that. But I also think we need to, we can't be totally reliant on SHA. And that is now the strategy that we have as an association. We want our members to become sustainable. And the cases, you know, from the office, we hear facilities are closing every day, and it's depressing. It's depressing to hear facilities are closing. Reason, they are totally reliant on SHA. And that's why we had this theme for this meeting. We've had the reforms. Reforms have affected our facilities negatively. How do we go now to resilience? How do we become more sustainable as RUPHA facilities? I mean, you've seen how SHA has been politicized, and this is not going to change. Someone, maybe, anaweza toka, anaweza kuwa one term, but we can't even promise the person who's coming back is going to be better. How do we become more self-reliant? How do we operate? We are business people. A business person should not rely on one source of income. I mean, it should not be like, this is your 90%. So if it fails, your business fails. We need to think of other ways. we can run these facilities. And that's why we are trying to come up with these things. I mean, RUPHA 360, RDA. We are getting into partnership also with E+ for facilities that don't have ambulances. How do you do it by there? I want to know how you do it. The people who don't have ambulances, how can this be a source of income to you? So we are trying to see how we can strike partnerships to ensure our members are not relying on one source of income. We also have our partners there ourselves. Who else am I forgetting? I'll give them a chance, just 5 minutes to talk to you, but we really need to have these conversations, and I think this is a very good meeting where we have that peer-to-peer review on how we can do, because it's a tough time. We have to survive, and we have to be resilient, and we have to keep, to have sustainable businesses. I mean, we can't, every time there's a reform, we can't be closing like our businesses because the government has done something. We need, this is the private sector. It's the private sector. We need to be more innovative.
Yeah, I think maybe just to add.
Yes, before we just move to the next step, I could wish to tell you as our members this. I once went to the board. I had a problem, and I was told if you are in level 3B, for you to go to level 3A, you have to have a theater. There's no alternative. That is what I was told. And I also want to tell our members this. We have groups. We have the official RUPHA group, which I'm sure some of us are not in because they are not up to good standing. And I also want to say this. Please, if there's a message that has been written in our group, go through that message, and if you think it is affecting you, we have specifically nominated George, and he's the one who is dealing with our issues in SHA. If you go alone, it might be a bit difficult, utakuwa umewacha kazi yako, but if George is there, and that is why we have this group. You pay subscription, and you stay back in your facility, you continue with your business, while we take care of your issues. I think let's just concentrate to our groups and be like most of us don't even bother. Something has been dropped there, you don't bother. And then you keep on asking. Even the one who is explaining sometimes can feel uncomfortable. So please, dare to that. George is here. If you don't have his contact, he can get your contact. And then when he goes to SHA for our issues, when the issues are combined, I'm sure it is easier. Usichoke, ukichoka, umepata. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the wisdom. Go ahead.
I have a concern. In 2023, the MFL code that I had was changed in 2024, and I was given another one, and the last one was given the same year. So I have changed my MFL code for 3 times. I followed Dr. Wamichwe, nikafuata Ministry of Health yote, nikapata. I think I had given that issue to Bwana George. And then in 2024, October, November, December, January 2025, my PHC have not been paid. I started being paid on March 2025. And when I go, they always tell me that there are 100 facilities, that their case is in the board, and they do not know when those payments are gonna be they are still in the board. So I was requesting, because of that mismatch, because in NHI also was 3B, in condition that I'll put a theater. I never put a theater, and that was when the exchange came from Uhuru to this present government. In this present government, I was taken to level 3A, and then again I found myself on the portal for 3B. Despite the first months that I was not paid, all these other months have been paid. So that is also another concern. Also, I wanted to also to comment before you comment, after you commented about the ambulance. That is the worst thing that we have, because I have seen most of the times you give us, as my colleague has said, you are next to a government facility and you are a private facility, you are in the same level. You are downgraded, they are still in the same level. You are in, they do everything. They do mat, they do inpatient. You are left without patient. When I asked her yesterday, I also experienced that. A mother comes, she has nothing. She knows that you've got a good name in the area. So they come and they want to deliver in your facility. They have not even registered, or they have registered for sure. But when they come, they don't have anything. So tunakuwa hata Red Cross, they are the most expensive people. Sijui tunakuanga Save Our Souls Hospital. And so that if hata kama mgonjwa ameingia hana pesa ya kuenda hata kumpeleka the other level, like what she has said, may I use my car? I tell a driver, just take this patient to Thika level 5. I'm in Juja. I call Thika, they are very good. In fact, this is the best level facility referral hospital we have in Kiambu. You call them, and when you call the when you call the sub-county nurse, anakuambia, call this the county ambulance. When you call the county ambulance, no, we don't deal with the private. So if you don't deal with the private, so the next thing, I have to take the patient myself. As a mother in labor, I know what the consequences, so you have to live. So on the case of as per RUPHA, because not all of us can afford an ambulance, as an association, what can we do better that we may have this, that, because we are facility, nimeona tuko na loan cam. Maybe they have a facility, they have an ambulance or any other facility that is within us that has pengine yako na hiyo. How can we better that ourselves so that when we have that patient, we are able to refer well without going back to our pockets? Yes. Sometimes I even, the Atramed, they are here. You call another hospital, you call them. And when they come, the patients refuse. They are 7K. You have to out of pocket 4K to give the ambulance because you called it. That's so many things that we are going through that we would also solve as an association, and we move better. Thank you.
To hand on what she has said, it is my suggestion within our group, there are those level 4s, level 5 who are on the theater. Can we do our own instead of being frustrated with the government? So if you are level 4 or 3 and you are in an area where we can be able to transfer our mothers to you and you take them in a nice way than the government, I think it would be more comfortable.
I applaud this. This is a wonderful, wonderful suggestion. I think we need to draw strengths within the group, within the network. If we have ambulances, we need to map who has ambulances, where. We need to know their hotlines, right? Hata ikitoka mbali kiasi gani, if it is within the network, we know how to address issues of payments and affordability, right? We also have Red Cross here because she can address perhaps maybe the many concerns that members have. We are talking about affordability. Is there something that we can be doing as RUPHA and E+? Maybe you can say a few things.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. So Dr. Lema, we're known as Red Cross Ambulance, but really the company is Emergency Plus Medical Services. So we are fully owned by the Kenya Red Cross, but we're a separate commercial entity providing ambulance services. So to the issue of affordability, as a commercial entity, of course, you understand that there's some aspect of sustainability of the business. However, we know that affordability, especially for ambulance services, remains an issue countrywide. It's something that we grapple with every day. So even from our end, we also have those challenges of not being able to respond to as many as we would like to because of that issue. However, as Cynthia had mentioned, we have been having conversations with RUPHA about how we can be able to support the members within the association in a way that is sustainable both for us as an ambulance service provider, but also for you as members. For us, the big thing we focus on is quality. So we are not a vehicle with a bed. We have trained paramedics, we have trained EMTs. We do what's called care in transit. So the idea of a mother in labor who needs to move, what are some interventions that we can do as we move from one place to the other? How do we prepare facilities to receive? How do we give medical direction in transit? So that focus is, there's some inputs into that. However, with RUPHA, we can see how we can be able to support members with rates that are more affordable. Is there an option for, part of it is commercial, but part of it is what we call CSR, so corporate social responsibility. Are there certain cases that we can do pro bono? And how would we monitor that? Just so that we make sure, because part of Red Cross's mandate is to be able to respond regardless of whether someone is paying or not. So within that mandate, there are ways we can see we can support the most needy, who are maybe not able to cover any cost at all, and provide now different tiers for different facilities in terms of ambulance services. Yeah.
Right. And on the same topic, perhaps not to deviate further, perhaps Kenneth can offer some options in terms of group purchase. I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe some of us can come together and see how to procure an ambulance. Kenneth provides fully kitted ambulances for that matter, so why not consider that? Consider members coming up as a group.
To all the protocol observed, good afternoon. Kenneth Gisho is my name. I'm a technical director for RUPHA Medicwise Solutions Limited. Our core business is ambulance fabrication for medical facilities. We usually advise on how you can commercialize an ambulance. Having invested in procuring the vehicle, having the vehicle fabricated, having the vehicle furnished with equipment, it is an investment. To an extent, you might find acquiring an ambulance more expensive than even the equipment you have in your facility. Now, we have partnered with a number of organizations, of which to those who we have fabricated their ambulance, we have ever connected them to a facility called rescue.co or FREA. At that point, you don't mind. It's just like Uber. As long as there is a case that is, which has happened in close proximity to your ambulance, it becomes to your advantage. Also, we started up a firm called Ultra Care Paramedics. We also do ambulance services. I know maybe to a number of your facilities you have interacted with our ambulance. At that point, we just come up with a contract. So that ambulance is, becomes like part of your business. It is you to call us, tell us that we have a patient, this is the condition, we need to take this patient from here, and the referral point is here. It is you to engage the client on payment and everything. So for us, either we agree monthly or maybe after every week, it's how we'll take the business. I appreciate RUPHA management for giving us this opportunity, being our second session to be in this exhibition. And I appreciate every member of RUPHA who we have engaged with, and we look forward to grow together. Asanteni.
Thank you. So what I would ask is, because of time, and there are some members who also want to speak. Make it brief. We want to
I'll make
wind
it
down.
very brief. Now, I think there's something that has been happening, and we have all seen the shift in healthcare. And from the frustrations we are getting on referral and what have you, and what she has suggested, I think from RUPHA office, we try to look at the way we were talking about the spoke, what. Because I think we have gone back to our own cocoons. You are frustrated, you don't know what to do, you don't know who to link up with. But if like now from RUPHA office, we are able to tell, around this place, this is the level 4 hospital we have. These are the level 3 hospitals which are around that level 4, and these are the level 2s. So if we are able to work in such a way that me, I'm in level 2, I need to refer to level 3 or to level 4 or to whatever, then I don't have to go to call Mama Lucy or Vika, which is going to frustrate me. Supposing we are able to go to the level whereby we can refer to one another, simply because we are in the same location. You are in level 4, you are saying you are not doing PHC. So when I do a PHC, because I don't know you, I'll look for a government hospital to refer to. And this is a case who could have come to you. You manage them within the shortest time possible, and we are able to link and network with each other so that we are able to improve. Because I think we were thrown off balance when the SHA came in, and we destabilized what was already happening with our new locations and all that. But now we need to look for a way how we can now work within our own systems so that we're able to leverage from what is happening around and work with one another, so that if you have a level 4 hospital and I'm struggling with my level 3, I can't put a theater in 2 days. Even in a year, it might take me longer. But supposing I'm able to work with you and to make life easy, because the reason why these patients are coming to you, a private facility in the first place, is because they know what is happening back in the government facility. So if you're able to network in such a way that you know what I have, I know what you have, I need a CT scan, I send to you, you need this other item, you send to me, I think it might be better for all of us as we go forth.
This is the core. This is very beautiful. This is the core of what RUPHA is about. It needs to go back to that. And as an office, I'm pleased to tell you that we have recognized this. We understand that, yes, as much as we are saying that dispensary has some struggles, it may only be some time before those struggles also disappear, because now there's FIF. They're getting paid, you're not getting paid. It's only a matter of time before that bridge closes. What will happen then? If RUPHA doesn't have that hub and spoke, if RUPHA doesn't have the mashinani presence, they will take over. What we are doing, what we have realized as an office is that we have the grassroots, the networks. What we are missing is coordination, mobilization, organization. That's what we are missing. And what we have been doing, the RUPHA 360 is a micro-insurance. It is not ending at one product. There are several products lined up. We are trying to bring corporate insurances into your dispensaries, into your level 3s, into your level 4s. Those micro-insurances will be yours to manage. Ni wewe ndio unaleta clients wako. Hawa ni patients wako unawaconvert. Hawataenda hospitali ingine. Wewe ndio unalipwa, unapata pamoja na commission ya kuwaleta. Isn't that beautiful? Commission si ya agent, ni ya hospitali. Mgonjwa ni wako, wewe ndio utalipwa na microinsurance. These built up benefits if we coordinate and organize ourselves. Tunaleta coordination application inaitwa RUPHA of Chama. We want hospitals to be the center of the chamas. Zile chama ma CBO ziko kwa around you. There are many. You know them. Some of them nyinyi muko ndani. Tunataka hiyo organization ikuwe na ofisi hapo kwa hospitali. Wakikutana na hospitali najua mmekutana. So we are bringing organizations through your chamas. Ikuwe hospitali yetu ni ile. Sindio? Chamas wanasema tunachukua Bad View package. Tukiugua tunakuja kwa hospitali ya Bad View ya RUPHA. Hivyo ndio hub and spoke tunajaribu kujenga. This coordination has just started. We are bringing this to the mashinani. We are recognizing this. Lazima tukue independent from hii shackles tuko nayo around us ya serikali. Tukiendelea depend on SHA tutaungua. So I would like to just briefly invite somebody very quickly atueleze to something that can be of benefit tomorrow.
I
Hata
just
si sahi.
wanted to say something.
Yes, yes.
I saw Mwangi talking about Equity Afya. I'm
Yes.
sure Equity Afya doesn't have more clinics like than RUPHA members. So if we can go that way, think that way, and you see in this region, RUPHA has 5 hospitals, 5 clinics, and then everybody knows this is RUPHA. Wherever I know RUPHA is somewhere, and this is where I need to go. That will have more presence. Nobody knows Vantage is RUPHA. Nobody knows your hospital is RUPHA. Supposing we have that branding in such a way that we have a presence like that. Nikitoka hapa naona blue ya RUPHA na pale blue.
Agreed, 100%. So quickly to Makofi. And thank you for your participation. If you can allow just to, I'll bring you in, but let me allow somebody to quickly just say something that itasaidia kesho mukienda back to your hospitals. Kindly.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Ahmad Yahya, CEO of Sergia. Thank you so much, RUPHA, for giving us this opportunity to introduce our company. So I'm from Sergia, Lima Care, and I want to follow on the payment issue that you have raised, and that affect a lot your cash flow, I know. So Sergia Lima Care is a unified procurement and supply chain platform that connect you guys with the multinational, international suppliers to secure your needs and supplies and devices. An authentic medical supplies, not the fake one. So we help you in sourcing as a unified procurement platform, and we connect you guys with banks and fintech applications, and we are already partnering now with Equity Bank, I&M, CIB, and other buy now, pay later applications, so they can provide you a financing up to 5 years, which tackle the same issue of the cash flow, handling the cash flow, your cash flow. So this is our, the second value. Also, we integrate with the logistics company, so we can handle the warehousing, fulfillment, and last mile delivery. Now we are running a very unique operating model, which is clinic in a box, that help you to deliver a proper and sustainable and affordable healthcare service to the last mile. So you can improve your revenues by providing extra and proper and affordable healthcare services in different specialties.
What size of a box is this?
So actually it's like a box that can be handled on bodo or a small sedan car. So it's not a big truck, very small and
So essentially what we are hearing here is that we can set up a clinic anywhere in this country.
Yes.
And we will be able to do some dental surgeries.
Oral health, women health, and the primary care. So yeah, through this portable clinic that you can bring it in the backpack or a box. Yeah.
What this avails basically is mobilize you guys for medical camps. We do a lot of medical camps, right?
Yeah.
So the clinic basically is carried within a box. And it is packaged very well with proven backing. The training is also done by them. They will come and train your oral dental specialist. They will come and train your nurses, train your medics on how to operate this clinic in a box. Beyond that, they will also avail medical camps with any of you if you come to an agreement with you. I don't know if you can speak to that. Is there a free medical camp that you can organize on their behalf?
Yeah, we can help in that. So our main ultimate goal is to improve you as a healthcare facility and to improve your infrastructure. in terms of these kind of devices that can deliver in a one day a full treatment for very affordable prices. This is number one. In terms of the capacity building, so we can deliver the latest treatment techniques that is all over the world. We can deliver these to your staff, doctors, assistants, nurses, and so on. So this is a part of our offering as well, the capacity building in terms of the capacity building and delivering the latest workshops, hands-on courses on the latest technologies. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Is there any question? I think they're located in the middle of the event arena. In case you have any questions, just go to their booth. Thank you. We also have. Okay. Liaison, we have John. John, do you want to say something to our members before they leave?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is John Abwa. I'm representing Liaison Group. In partnership with the RUPHA, we came up with the RUPHA 360. And actually, I've heard your plea and the cry you have on payment from the other side. So that's why it always starts with you. As you can see, currently, maybe you have some issues with the payment. That's why we came up with this very, very affordable insurance, which is here to complement what SHA is doing. And this is really going to help you in terms of cash flow, because we will be able to pay claims from us from 7 days to a maximum of 1 month. There is no single month we'll skip without you being paid for the claims you have sent to us. So on how this medical insurance is, it's just among the RUPHA 360. We have several insurance that includes professional indemnity, properties insurance that you have. This includes the gadgets you have in your hospitals. They might spoil, they might be maybe some issues to do with the electricity. They might burn those equipments. And most of them, they are very expensive. And we'll be able to pay those claims within stipulated time so that we make sure that you continue with your business. So on the medical side, I'll really, really emphasize on that. This cover, it covers members and plus 3 dependents. And actually, you only pay a premium of 22,200. And it's a very good cover, actually, because with only that, it covers you with an inpatient of up to 250,000, outpatient of 50,000 per family. It also covers you for dental and optical, maternity of up to 40,000 for normal deliveries, and if it's CS, it will cover you up to 50,000. Why are we really, really emphasizing for you to take this cover? Because we are saying that it has started with the RUPHA facilities, but it's open to the public. So the way Mahamud said that when you recruit the members of public, they'll be able to enjoy this service. And since they are around you, this cover is only eligible for RUPHA facilities. So there is no way this money is going to go outside RUPHA facility. So if we start with you and your staffs, because currently I've been circulating an email through the office. I don't know how many have seen my email, but I'm quite sure some of you have got my email. I've been sending an email with a link to how to register. So it's not something that really needs maybe paperwork, no. Once I share with you that link, you're able to click it. If you have staffs and you want them to be covered, just share that link with them. They'll be able to click that link, register, and once they submit, we'll be able to get it as in Excel format, whereby we'll share with the contact person from the facility who will be able to see how many people have registered and the package they have selected. Because we have 2 packages for nuclear, which is a member plus 3 dependents, and for the extended family, which goes ahead covering even parents and parents-in-law. But for this case, it's only for last expense bit of it. So for the last expense, it is 50,000 per family. So if you have parents and parents-in-law, they'll be really enjoy this in case you lose them, because in this world, no one is here permanent. That's definitely what we know. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. This is a homegrown product. Liaison is backing it up, but it's predominantly created by the RUPHA team, supported by Liaison. And I think this is a product that many of us here as directors, as CEOs of many hospitals can really benefit. Even our staff can already benefit. We have a few hospitals already onboarding their staff onto this. So as a matter of, retaining your employees and all that. For example, myself, I've enrolled a few communities within Bungoma County, and they are in the process of onboarding this thing. So you can look beyond your own hospital. Look at the immediate catchment that you have. What organizations do you have? Do you have a CBO that can afford this product? They will still come to your hospital, right? So it still comes back. So I guess this is a wonderful program. I know Madam had something to share out.
Before I hand over the microphone, the advantage of you joining this cover, it will open up you, you'll be able to see other clients from Birdview, LCT, and Liaison. So we are really opening up the provider panel for you and the client at large. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, mine is about the licenses. You find that as a facility, we pay the regulatory bonds to for our licenses. You are paying the lab, TTB, you are paying the pharmacy, you are paying the KMPDC. So, but at times there is also the council. I don't know that you've seen the council officers going around and asking also for payment. So I wanted to know, because there's a time I got a letter. It's a government letter showing that we are only supposed to pay the regulatory bodies, not the council. So I wanted to seek that clarity. Are we supposed to pay both the regulatory bodies and the council officers, or are we not supposed to pay? I wanted to seek that clarity.
Council is county?
Yeah, the county, yes, the county officers.
All right, so we have a case as RUPHA with the 47 counties. It's a case on the single business permit. And in 2021, we got a court order that said that they should stop charging facilities until the matter is determined. So the matter has not yet been determined. So you are not supposed to pay. But you'll always see pushback from these county officers. It's also a fight, I'd say. But every time they come to you and you tell them to take you to court, they don't appear because they know the matter is still in court. I cannot promise you that they'll stop harassing you, but what you do is if they come to your facility, I don't know if you have a RUPHA membership certificate. Do you have one? You have one? Member certificate? You have? Yeah. So there is a court order that will be shared to you by the office. That is the 2021 court order. And we also have a letter that says that the matter is up for hearing on April 20th. So they shouldn't harass you. If they harass you, just give me a call. It's a fight, as I said. We try talking to them. We write to them. You can share the county, they're called county attorney addresses. You will also write to them. But if they push you and tell you wanachukua equipment yako ama nini, we'll have to take them to court. So that's what we've done with some counties like Kakamega. They took some devices from it was yours. Maybe you can tell them your case, but you sued them and you won the case, right? Do they ever compensate you? Tuendelee kuwafuata. Let me give you the microphone, you just tell them.
Yeah, we were able to communicate with RUPHA about the same, and they helped us. We communicated with the attorney of Kakamega, and we were able to follow up the equipments, and they were returned the very day. But up to now, they haven't compensated back.
But you took them to court.
Yeah.
So we are at war. Let me just say that. So you can't back
and up
down.
to now, they've never stopped coming. They're still coming.
They're still coming.
Sure.
Tuko na nguvu, tutaendelea tu kupigana. We'll continue fighting. Yeah. But let me just mention, I know Nairobi it's a bit difficult because wanalipa unified business permit, so they can't pick up that line. Hapo ndio Sakaja ametuweza kidogo, but we'll continue fighting. But now when you get your invoice for the other counties, there's an item like single business permit, there is advertisement, pest control, fire. You pay the others. What you don't pay is the single business permit, because we have a court order that has suspended payment of the business permit until the matter is determined. So akikusumbua, tuko na nguvu, tunaendelea kupigana. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah. So I think let's coordinate with the office and see case by case how we can continue with the fight. Right. Yeah. So there's the next product, yeah, RUPHA. Ambayo inaambatana na hiyo RUPHA 360, which is from Birdview. This is a very, very beautiful product. And Birdview have interesting products. Mimi mwenyewe nimeatest. Ninatumia kwa facility yangu. So essentially Birdview is a micro insurance. Na wako na products zingine very, very attractive that a lot of us can be starting to use as of tomorrow. Please take us through.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to introduce our other products. So over and above the product that has been taken through by John to you, so we are looking at others apart from you. So in your facility, so you get boda riders, these other peoples that do not really necessarily afford the conventional insurance, but they want to assess covers, but they do not have an insurance. So we are looking at mama bogas, boda peoples, those guys that work in your facilities and they do not have a cover and they cannot afford the services. So we have a product that is called Welfare. It's for boda, for tuk-tuk. So they pay daily. It has, it's a combination of benefits. So it has inpatient, it has outpatient, it has personal accident and last expense. So the inpatient, it has a limit of 100,000. It has 15,000 outpatient. It has personal accident of 50,000 and last expense of 50,000. So it covers up to a maximum of 4. So the boda guy or the mamamboga and a family members of other 4 guys. So they pay daily. It's 50 shillings per day. So for 365 days, and they're able to access services. Thank you.
Yeah, how wonderful is that, right? I mean, you don't live with people who have routine income, right? Leo wako nayo, kesho hawana, si ndio? How easy is it for them to onboard to a daily payment program, or a weekly payment program? You know, it becomes very easy for those clients of ours. Yule ambaye hana ambulance, amekosa pesa ya ambulance, amekuja amezaa, tunafaa tupeleke to a referral hospital. That's when Birdview can kick in. Because wako na product ingine, by the way, ukilazwa kama wewe ni bodaboda au ni tuk-tuk driver, ukilazwa unalipwa pesa up to 20,000, right?
Yes, you're right.
So you only pay 1,116, is it? How much?
Yes.
You only pay 1,116 per year, and each time you fall sick and you're not having any income, Birdview will pay you each day of hospitalization up to 20,000. How great is that? Your mama mbogas wamekosa siku ya kuuza, wameenda hospitali. Birdview will kick into a system to stay on their toes. So such products is what we want to bring to mashinani. Nataka sisi tusaidiane. We build these products up from the ground. Tutangazie wale clients tuko nao kwa ground, ma-CBO zile ziko kwa ground, to invite to join into these programs. This is how we build resilience. Na wakigonjeka wataenda wapi? Watakuja tu kwetu. So we have one other speaker, HFC. HFC is interested to working with us. We would like to hear a bit from them. Candy.
Good afternoon. I guess I'm visible from here. So my name is Emma, HFC. I take care of health sector businesses and the bank. So what we do, we give loans. Sorry? Housing Finance Corporation. Yeah, we were basically known in the market as the bank that supports housing. I believe we are still doing housing, but the bank is a fully fledged bank. We are offering all the facilities and services that any other bank is offering. So the bank has segmented, and it has several sectors, that is education, health, water and energy. We are also doing oil and gas. We are also doing real estate. So I'm here on behalf of the health sector in the bank, whereby we are supporting health sector clients wholesomely, the whole 360 degrees scope, that is pharmaceuticals, hospitals, medical suppliers, and we are also working with associations like RUPHA, where we are supporting their members just to empower them and to address the business needs that come out of the day-to-day businesses that they have. So I know I don't have much time, so I'll just talk about our new baby that we have just launched, that is the pharma product. This one is supporting pharmaceutical customers with pharmacies, chemists, and also hospitals, because you have hospitals in the, you have pharmacies in the hospitals. This is purely unsecured, up to 6 million. All you need to do, you need to come with the statements of where you're banking. Then you open an account with us. Then we do the appraisal just to look at the business and how it's doing. Then we can disperse within 1 month of you onboarding. As I repeated, it's purely unsecured, and then there's nothing much tied to it. All you need to, maybe the additions that we'd be asking for are the KYC documents and the licenses, that is the KMPDC if you're a hospital, and the PPB license if you're a pharmaceutical, your pharmaceutical premise. Yeah, so I'm Emma, my number is 0720 for those ones who would like to reach out to me. 0720 148739. Thank you so much.
072 again?
0720 148739. So we have a booth there, and my team is seated there. So anyone who would like to talk to us, kindly feel free. Yeah, we'll be here to support you. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you for that. So it's not for lack of financing channels. Basically, RUPHA has on the ready organizations that wanaweza step in when your need surpasses your finances. So HFC is there, there's Farm Access, there are many others that RUPHA has lined up. But what we first need to correct the dependence issues. Indio, tuko na over dependence na SHA. Sindio? So what we are doing is we are introducing Bird's View liaison to you guys. Let's make a conversion from our cash paying clients to Bird View to liaison to RUPHA 360 rather. Tukikuwa na hawa patients, ni sisi ndio tuta benefit. Once tumekuwa na flow ya traffic kutoka Bird's View clients, kutoka RUPHA 360 clients, what will happen? Tutakuwa na demand ya equipment, demand ya staffing, demand ya pharmacy. That's when HFC comes in, Farm Access comes in, right? So everything is lined up for you, ni nyinyi tu sasa kudeliver. We have one more speaker, Okay, they've left. So we'd like to end it here unless there are a few concerns, comments that we can share out. Thank you.
Yeah, Santi. Yeah, good afternoon all. My name is Christopher. As I said, I work in the admin in Romcan Medical Center. I want to affirm something from the leaders in RUPHA, something very critical, as someone who is so much involved in planning and strategic planning. There's something called the plan, there's something called transitional plan, and then the final plan. So what I intend to find in this meeting or in this group is that RUPHA is a system and it's a platform, and we have other like the government signed and all that. So there's a point that I want to make clear, that we need to work on strengthening the system. We strengthen the RUPHA system. How you go about it? You need to check very clearly on matters capacity. Like we are saying, we have a spectrum of hospitals from level B, from level, that is level A, up to level 3 and level 4. So let that be clear in the group, the way the members' interest in checking the other hospitals within the group. So when you check your sister or brother hospital, you are able to network in terms of those services. Then on the side of ambulance, I want to say I've had like some 2 distinct products. That is, they can sell ambulance, then they can also, there's kind of hiring or something, and there's that kind of, so we need to have those options in the group, shared among all the hospitals. With the hospitals now, they can see, from the group, I can see the rigs that I can work with according to my clients. Then if you stick on strengthening the system, that is one solution I know as a planner, is that when the system has a problem, what you do, one of the solutions is having an alternative system. So RUPHA is an alternative system that can really, if you strengthen it, it can help handle much of the things. And how you strengthen this is through your actions, how you view that information, how you deal with that information, and make things easier. Otherwise, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. I think the time has flown quite a bit, and would like to close it from this point onwards. So we'd like to request one of you to give a vote of thanks as we conclude. Any volunteers, take a step.
Good afternoon. For those who came later, I'm John Kanegeni from Jambo Healthcare Limited, is in Mombasa, Pwani. So I want to give thanks to God for giving us a chance and allowance and grace that we can be in such a forum, because this is grace. I also want to sincerely thank RUPHA for where they have come from, where they have brought us from, up to this end. I think you'll all agree with me, especially with the transition to SHA. They may not have given us money, cash, but the support, the encouragement they have given us, it has made us to have that sustenance, to have that resilience, and to see there is light at the end of the tunnel. And even at this time, they are still telling us, yes, it is good, but it will be better tomorrow. So sincerely, we want to say thank you for the ESCOM, for the office, for the wisdom, for the thoughts. And then you have also become an engine of seeing the tomorrow for us, both in technology, and forgive us because we may be bright that we are not seeing the technology and where you are seeing. But I'm sure we will be there. So thank you so much. kindly to the whole office on behalf of this team and those who are not here, those who came, those who did not come. We are sincerely grateful. And to my colleagues, again, if the engine continues pulling without the body, I think hata ikipita kwa barabara watu watakuwa nasema ile skeleton ni nini? Watoto watakuwa nafuata nyuma, wanashindwa hii ni nini inafutwa na ni nini naifuta. But here we are here to support, and thank you so much also my colleagues that we have not given up and we should not give up. Somebody said there is no transit. Every situation is not permanent. It's transit. And so it is, even this one, whatever we are going through is a transit situation because we have RUPHA, we have others holding our hands. There's no government that is, or there's no institution that is permanent. It's transit, it's transit. So let's be resilient and tutafuka and it will be better tomorrow. And again, for those who have facilitated, we are grateful. Those who have put a hand here and there, thank you so much. Na tunaombea next year tutakuja na tukuja wengi. Because we are seeing things are getting better and better. And from what we have seen, for those who have not been here for 3 days, what we have observed online, what we have seen, for sure this is even better than last year. It's only that maybe finances, but it is better. So thank you so much, and we appreciate it.
We can close with a word of prayer, right? Anyone to volunteer for praying for us?
Let's remain standing. That's Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, we thank you this afternoon. Thank you for the good time that we have had from Thursday to date. Thank you because of our facilitators, our investors, and even all those who had planned for this event and convention to take place. We speak a blessing upon them, and thank you, Father, even for all the facilities, our colleagues, wherever we came from, for the 45 counties in this nation, we speak a blessing upon you. Thank you, Father, for all the facilitation we've gotten and interventions we have gotten from all of us. We give glory unto you and we worship. Yes, we go back home. We speak the blessings of God and the covering of the blood of Jesus Christ. When the children of Israel were in the wilderness for those 40 years, day and night, you give them an angel to cover them, to keep them on the way. And that is what we are praying, Father, as we go back to our facilities. Father, we speak the blessings of God. Keep us on the way. Keep our facilities safe. Protect us from the evil eye, even from all those powers of darkness that have been following us, oh God. In the name of Jesus Christ, we declare, Lord, we are blessed and shall remain blessed and it shall grow stronger. And RUPHA shall be the mouth of this nation and the mouthpiece of this nation in days to come. We bless you and we glorify your name, and we pray all this trusting in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. We pray and believe. The grace.
Welcome to RadMed, your 360 degrees radiology and healthcare partner. Shop for all your radiology needs, from X-ray machines to ultrasound machines. We have it all. At RadMed, we are dedicated to revolutionizing healthcare. We are experts in radiology and healthcare equipments, serving all areas in Kenya. In Calvary Hill Hospital, we delivered installed an X-ray machine with a CR. In Ziwa Hospital, we delivered and installed an X-ray machine with a complete CR. In Mwanzawetu Health Services, we delivered and installed a colour Doppler machine with 2 probes. Brooks and Cherith Hospital, we delivered and installed an X-ray machine with a CR. In Nanyuki Hospital, we delivered and installed an X-ray machine. Esobi Healthcare. Malkia Wings Hospital. Zenit Care Hospital. Nelly Nursing Home. Pro Care Cottage Hospital. Esther, a radiology entrepreneur. Itak Hospital. Peter, a radiology entrepreneur. Mugamo Medical Centre. Jabs Medical Centre. Welcome to RadMed, your 360 degrees radiology and healthcare partner. Shop for all your radiology needs, from X-ray machines to ultrasound machines, we have it all. At RadMed, we are dedicated to revolutionising healthcare. We are experts in radiology and healthcare equipments, serving all areas in Kenya. In Calvary Hill Hospital, we delivered installed an X-ray machine with a CR. In Ziwa Hospital, we delivered and installed an X-ray machine with a complete CR. In Mwanza Wetu Health Services, we delivered and installed a